I just made a pack of top ramen, put it in this bowl. I only use like part of the seasoning, and I just cook the noodles. I don't really use the soup part of it. As far as this chicken is concerned, I don't think I'll buy it again. I'm going to finish it off, but I'm cooking up all the pieces that I marinated. I don't think I'm going to buy it. I don't know if it got freezer burn or what, but it just is not the best taste. I'm cooking this for the sheer purpose of getting rid of it. Cooking on a little bit of bacon grease from me cooking bacon the other day. Then it was going to be the soup, and then I guess I'll munch on the chicken wings. I'm eating them against my will because they just don't taste that good. And I thought they would because I marinated these bad boys, you know? They were supposed to be like yummy. I'm just going to flip to the other side and turn it down because I'm going to sit down. I only have the fire up high because I was standing here finishing up the noodles. Because I was contemplating whether or not I want to put an egg in there, but I'm just going to, I don't know what I'm craving, but it's definitely not the noodles or the chicken. So I'm just going to try to eat what I have and hope it helps with the craze and help me quit worrying about what to eat. So I put it on low. Yeah, I'm going to put it on at really actual low. I think I'm going to put a lid on it while I'm at it because I'm going to go sit down and I'm trying to psych my brain to go clean something, but we'll see. I'm dressing today because it has to get written out. One is this coffee. I started it yesterday, but I only drank half because it was late when I wanted it. So I had made a real cup of coffee, set it in the refrigerator, and then I just turned it into iced coffee. So I'm going to finish that off. I've been having this half avocado, which I'm going to cut the top off. Then I've also been having quinoa in the fridge for a while. So I'm going to eat that. Lettuce, romaine, I try to preserve it by putting it in the water, which is something I do. And we're going to go ahead and eat these. I did wash them already. So I know it just seems like really weird to, what do you call it, have a salad and coffee. But it is 1 o'clock. So I'm going to call this brunch with a kick. So these are the things that I'm going to go ahead and put together just so that I can get rid of food that has already been in the fridge long enough. I could add olives to it and maybe feta. Yeah, I think I'm going to add those olives to it. And feta. And then a bit of salad dressing. I don't know which one. Zesty Italian. So it's just going to be like a dump meal, I guess you could call it. So the quinoa, you can eat it hot or cold. So I'm just going to put it all in this bowl. All of this was already washed. I'm not going to eat this very bottom because I don't like the color that it turned. So we're going to get rid of that. In other words, if it looks really weird, I'm going to just get rid of those pieces. And sometimes I imagine, you know, people in other countries that are poor countries, people that are in America that's poor, I can clearly see them feeling like there's nothing wrong with even the dark spots on the avocado. Like just it's all good until it's bad. So I don't believe we realize that half of the so-called parts that don't look good, once it's prepped, you don't even taste it. It's just mentally you know it's there. So because you know it's there, you won't eat it. But a lot of it is just mental because it's really all fine. Like I have kids that will not touch food that is at the sell-by date or past it. For sure not past it. But if it's at it, they're looking at it like sell-by. And it's like so weird to me because I'm not a picky eater like that. I just want a bigger bowl, so I'm going to go with this one. I'm just going to go ahead and put the lettuce in there. So we got the lettuce in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and just put the quinoa in there. It's a lot of quinoa, but part of me know that if I don't put it in this dump salad, I won't eat it because it's just been in the refrigerator long enough for me to know that I've cooked it for like prepping meals, but I sort of knew that I wasn't quite in the mood for it, but I just wanted to have food to eat while I was home because I've not been feeling well for a minute now, and it's just this thing that I get annually. And I know that my doctor had told me that, well, when I finally went to the doctor, I went to primary urgent care, and then I ended up going to my doctor, and I just already had a doctor's appointment made, and she was saying, I went to her and I said, how can we fix this? I said, I cannot do this again. I said, I recall having this problem and experiencing this since 2005, I'm sorry, 2015, and right away she said, it's your allergies. But I got to tell you, the way and she said it's because of where I live in the high desert, and it's my allergies. So she said, based on where I live, I'm almost forever going to have to be on allergy medicine, like Nasonex, Flonase, I mean. Nasonex or Flonase? Flonase. So, I had to be put on prednisone, I had to be put on antibiotics, and I had to get, like, cough medicine. This is gross. So, we're going to eat that anyway, right? Yes, we are. What are we looking at so far? Dump meal salad. And I'm going to always say don't knock it till you try it, because I try to use the little crumbles, but I think I'm going to use the bigger size crumbles. I meant to say that I've been going through this since 2015. That's my first recollection of this problem. And it feels like pressure's on my lungs where I can't breathe, and it's just, it's a miserable it's a miserable feeling. And I thought I had valley fever one time. And valley fever is something you get when you live in the desert and the wind blows, and you live there so long that you actually are swallowing particles of sand, and it just builds up. But then if you end up with valley fever, I understand you have to go on dialysis for the rest of your life because there's no way to fix that. I feel like this would be the best salad dressing for it. The olives are in there. It's going to make it tangy as it is. And I think that for some reason, I was going to say I want to shake pepper on there. I'm not shaking no pepper on there. This is a bit much as it is. Whenever I do a dump salad, and especially when quinoa is involved and a bunch of other goodies that I like, I don't really need salad dressing. So that's a good thing if you're trying to be health conscious or watch your weight, because you don't have to add added fats. There's the salad. What I decided to do was to prep some chicken thighs for me and my grandson. He's 2, but I'm pretty sure he likes chicken. So I wanted to make chicken for us, and I also was going to prep some salmon, but I might show that on a different clip. But right now for dinner tonight, my grandson and I were going to have chicken and french fries. So I'm going to get the chicken started on the stove, just because the fall time I like to hold the black pot out, just because it's just, you know, kind of make this corner look more fallish to me. I don't know, but of course I have to pull out the pan I need to cook with, and I'm just going to take a few pieces out and wash them, and then I'm going to finish washing the rest off camera. And I believe they're like all natural, so that's what I prefer to give to my grandson also. People will wash their chicken with that too, but I got out of the habit. It don't really work that well, so I struggle with it all the time. Got it? Eyeballing it, of course. I used to be the type of person where I had to follow instructions to cook. I cannot cook freehand, but now I can actually cook freehand. And because of my moving situation, we have my seasonings that I had to go find. And instead of putting them up in the pantry, I just put them in this drawer. So what I'm going to use probably today is, and this is the seasonings that I'm choosing to use right now. So we have the onion powder, pepper, garlic powder, accent, and paprika. And paprika, I'm really just interested in the color for that because I just feel like kind of need color on food. And then I'm going to keep it a little simple because after all, I'm feeding baby. And yeah, I'm thinking baby, I think he'll eat it based on the spices. I know he likes garlic and anything else. I do want to put a little bit of salt on it. I know Mama Bear really is not into her little bear eating unhealthy and salt and things like that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little on. And then I'm going to get tongs and stir this up because I think I want to put accent on the other side. Maybe. Once again, I put oil in the pan, washed it with water, and then a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Rinse it off real good. Kind of dabbed it dry. Had the fire on high originally, but when you're filming and prepping, you can't really have the fire on high because you will just burn your house up. And so these are the seasonings. And this is my fall decor. If anybody curious, I may have shown this in an earlier video, maybe not, but majority of the stuff came, well, everything came from $99 store and Target $5 spot. I'm going to leave that browning all the way on one side, so I'm going to leave that on one side for a good 10 to 15 minutes on medium heat, and then I'm going to put up my stuff and get back on and flip it and see what's going on with it. Slow down the cooking because I'm not in a hurry. I may even put a top on it because one, it will prevent the house from smelling all so much like food. It's not clean. I'm going to wash it and put some oil in it. And these are the fries. And this meal is mostly tailored towards baby. Baby taking his nap. He'll be out for a while. At least maybe another hour. Unless, of course, I make so much racket he gets up. This is just the cutest little catch-all. I mean, it's versatile, but it's a little decor piece that you can pick up at Dollar Tree. But it's so cute. I just love it. So I just set this little tea bag on it, set it over here. Not sure what its true function is going to be, but that's what I did so far. To the kitchen to cut the fries. Fries. I like the fries to be about the same length when I'm putting them in a pan. So, get some really long ones, we're going to put them back. Or really too short ones, we're going to put them back. So either we're going to have a bunch of long ones or short ones. Know what I mean? I don't know why I'm like that, but I just feel better when the fries are all one size. I even hate it when I go to McDonald's and you feel gypped because of the size and the fries. And especially if there are a lot of little pieces like that, I feel very upset. So I picked this brand on purpose because I felt like it would be more of a better batch inside there. And that's what I needed. So this should be enough. And I may cook them 3 sections at a time because, I mean, you know, I'm cooking for me and baby. Let's take a look at the chicken. I turned up the fire, so it's kind of like, more like saucy now. So I'm going to let it finish cooking without the lid. And I guess I'm going to test out by, yeah, cooking. Ooh, yeah, I got to watch out for my camera. All right. We got Friday night dinner. We're going to make a bagel sandwich and we're going to have fruit. So we're going to have some grapes, some watermelon. Yeah, that's the extent of the fruit. So we're going to have the honey ham and the mesquite smoked turkey with some Miracle Whip. I thought it was Walmart brand, but it's actually Miracle Whip. And then we're going to have the reduced fat provolone cheese by Sargento, and this is Oscar Mayer, and then this one is Hillshire Farm bagel Sara Lee. All right, that is what I'm having for Friday night dinner. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted me to fix it in front of you. Okay, I'm here for whatever you like. I'm gonna fix the sandwich in front of you. Give me a moment. The ham time, and this is kind of thin slices, but I'm not a meat eater, so I'm good with thin slices. That's a little bit why I like buying this, because like one of these, good enough. Maybe I'll fold the sides in, but one's good enough, you know. Some people are not even going to call this the true sandwich because it's just mostly bread. All right, and then we have this, kind of the same. And we're gonna shimmy off one of them, or should we do 2? I'm just gonna do 1. Took me a long time to get through this, huh? Because I'm just about the bread. I do have mustard. I do have mustard. Do we want mustard on here? Do we want mustard? Don't know where the mustard is, so we're gonna go ahead and have it this way. I'll cut it in half so you can see what it looks like. It's like sparse, scarce, nothing much, but it's gonna work for me. I picked this up today while I was out about, and I got this chai tea. I'm not sure what it's called actually, but I got this. While I was adding ice, I was rinsing this off with my other hand because I don't like the lid to be, the drink to be all around in the lid. So I'm going to fix that. And we want that as cold as possible. So with that, I have it. Looks good. All right, see you on the next step. I made the salmon a little bit before I went to go and clean the church, but I'm gonna heat some up. And this is the rice, and it came from Dollar Tree, and it said all you have to do is like heat it up for 90 seconds. And since I knew that I was gonna be opening the bag and heating it up from the bag, I washed the bag off thoroughly before that. Seasoned it how I typically would season the salmon, but the one thing I did do is I used the kettle to heat up hot water so that I can take the skin off, because I just really wasn't feeling the skin. I'm gonna get my guacamole out of the squeeze tube and squeeze some on, and just gonna see how that fans out. Tastes good. Looks good. And just for reference, it's the Yucatan guacamole in the squeeze. It looks good, and I like all of these things separately, so I'm pretty sure I will like them together. And that's the beauty of living alone and feeding yourself, because everything you fix, you like. Two fried eggs. And then I'm making some bagels, and I'm gonna squeeze this on it and then some everything bagel seasoning.